We got a good episode coming up, yo. Let me get my people on here. Send the invites out. All right, y'all. We're going to catch up from last week's topic. Okay, there's Brian. I think I sent him the invite. Let's see. We're going to catch up on last week's topic, but we're going to kind of attack it from a different way by saying God and I are one. So we're going to, like, you could preference the Bible as one of the greatest books written. Some people use it for fire, brimstone, heaven or hell type speech, motivation. We've been talking about it from a lineage perspective, Negro land and all that. But what we're going to do today is talk to you from the conscious perspective. All right, I'm sending invites out, y'all. I'm trying to get my people on here. All right, there go Brian.
What's going on?
What's up, B, my guy?
My God, chilling, blessed.
Birthday to your son, man.
Man, them 3 years went fast, man.
What up, bro?
What's up, bro?
What up?
Hey, I'm ready to tap in on that conversation. That topic is live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, man, you want me to... Oh, I take off. You know what it makes sense to me, because it says God and you are one, right? So that takes you to Genesis, when God said, let us make man in our image.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you were made in the image of God, you'll understand when Jesus said, me and the Father are one. You know what I'm saying? And when you start to apply that to your life, that nothing can stop you but you'll start to see, you'll be careful of the things you say. You'll be careful of the things you're around, because you understand your worth. You know what I'm saying? When you understand your worth, you come into an understanding of who God is, because God is a respecter of himself, the temple, the church, you know what I'm saying? The people, you know, when you begin to walk in an awakeness, you begin to understand that every decision, every choice, everything I do matters just as well as with God. You are your God. You are the king. You are the God of your kingdom. Your temple. Nothing can, you know what I'm saying, come up against it. It'll come up against me, but it won't rise, because I'm gonna get that much effort not to let it, not to get conquered, to control my flesh, stay disciplined, dedicated, walk in integrity, the characteristics, traits. That's why when God says, I'm gonna send you the Spirit, and you will get knowledge of long suffering, peace, patience, love, joy, happiness. You'll understand the things of, you know what I'm saying, the things that matters the most to you. You'll start putting yourself in a situation where I'm not gonna let nothing.
My bad. I sent the invite, Mike.
Oh, but you know, but to me, it's all a mindset. You know, once I change my mindset, I began to see things in my life change. When I go to God, I don't go to God like some magical person. I go to him like I go to one of y'all. You understand? And I talk to him like I talk to y'all. Like, and the more I do that, the more I understand when in the word, when you see the little G, when you see the little G in that Bible or wherever you read it, sometimes you need to implement yourself right there. Because that's a part where I got to hold myself accountable. You know, we sometimes run from accountability, but you know what I'm saying, and running from your problems, you'll always be second. You know what I'm saying? When you be,
My bad.
Let me ask you a question, though. Can I ask you a question, bro?
Of course.
Hold on. Let me interject something.
Okay.
Hey, to keep the listeners to keep the listeners up, right? Today, when we mention Jesus in the Bible, we want you to think of yourself as Jesus, right? We're going to use the Bible as a basic instruction before leaving Earth. And this is a direction, an instruction book. Like when you get a video game and you open it and it says Mario, you are Mario. In this case, you are Jesus in this conversation. And I hope y'all stay with us.
All right, so all right, so I'm gonna ask you this, Brian, because you
Okay.
know we know what it is, man. When it comes to being tapped in with God, you know, stuff like that, being connected to our higher power. But you got some people who, you know what I'm saying, they walk from a religious standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong. You know, this a different, because a lot of people don't understand the difference between being religious and being spiritually connected to God. Because the religious people, I think they so judgmental that it closes their mind.
Okay,
They not open minded. So I wanted to ask you, when we say, you know, like, when we consider, when you look at yourself like, you know, you one with God, and if God is in you, then that kind of puts you on a standard of the small G. Like you say, like, I am not the God, but I am a God in connection with God.
Amen.
Why do you feel like it offends people, man, when you say that? Like, because some people get offended when you say that. You ain't God, you ain't, you know.
You know why? Back to what I was saying. You know, when you really read, I'm the Bible, yes, it's the basic, but when you read anything that has substance to it, right?
Right.
With substance, it's always gonna be those that need control. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be those that need to be controlled.
Right.
So when you fall under a religion, that's why you see, and I don't want to say this as I'm judging anybody, because I'm not. I'm gonna use me. When I live my life as a religion, I see myself making mistakes. I see myself being depressed. I see myself being trying to do something that was bigger than me. Right? When I got a relationship with God and I start understanding the truth, I start understanding what God truly means about situation. I start to understand that, man, even if I did it on my best day, I'm nothing but a filthy miniature rag. Because it's God's righteousness that caused me to be able to walk in confidence. It's God's righteousness that allows me to be, nothing can conquer me. But you know what I'm saying? So when you change the perspective of how you look at things, you know, then you can give yourself allow yourself the ability to be comforted. You're led, you know what I'm saying? Because behind every great leader is a follower. You got to learn how to follow first. And it's not saying because I don't fall under no religion. Let me clear that up. I don't fall under religion. You know what I'm saying? I have a relationship with God. So therefore, God is the compass to my steps. You know, I really don't do nothing unless God tell me to do it, to the point I pulled away from a lot of things that I had motion in going on. I had to pull myself away from it because it wasn't aligning up to the word of what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to be something I'm not. I can't say the world, I'm not God. But maybe my influence, maybe my impact, maybe the God I serve, somebody can say, man, if he'll do it for him, he'll do it for me.
You also have to, when we use the word religious, right? When we read the Bible, go in the Bible, it talks about the priest and all them people that were after God, for one. But when you use the word religious comes from the word routine. You know, so
there you go.
Do something religiously is to do something routinely. So one thing I do religiously is brush my teeth. You know, that's a routine I do every morning. In other words, hold on, y'all. Let me read this comment from James.
Yeah, I read that. I read that too.
Oh, what up, James?
What up, James? Knowledge. He says, because they haven't shown themselves approved, they must get an understanding of the word and the times of the word.
Yeah.
Hey, I have some
This what he just said.
too.
This what you just said, pretty much how you broke down that word religion. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got some people, when they say, you'll hear some people say, well, you know, it's our family tradition to go to church every Sunday. Tradition and religion, they tie in together, because you're only when you tie it into a religion or a tradition, that means that doesn't mean you're solely connected spiritually. It just means you're doing it as a routine because that's what your family taught you. So it's not our tradition. We always did this on Sunday, or we did. So you just picking up the pieces where your family members left off. Are you doing it from your heart because that's what you want?
Yeah,
right. Or are you just doing it because that's what they taught you? You see, that's the difference in connecting.
Hey,
come
go
on
ahead,
in.
Mike.
Come on, Mike.
Okay,
come on.
so look. So routine is English. Religion is Latin. So actually routine came from religion.
Yep.
Right. So religion is religios in Latin or Greek, and it means to bind up.
Yep.
Right?
Right.
So if you have something that binds you up, right, in your consciousness, and then puts you on its routine,
they control
right? That's called slavery.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. Wow. Can I ask you something, Mike? Let me ask you something, Mike, because where you going with it? And I want to do this because I do want to I want to ask you something, Mike, because I want to go back to where we was last week when we was talking about the Nimrod situation with the Tower of Babel.
Right.
When they seen that them people was having a routine that they wasn't used to seeing, and it threw them off like that. I wanted y'all to look at what I sent y'all earlier about Inky.
Now you're tapping in.
Now listen, that God that came down and broke that up. That God that came down and broke that up. That wasn't that ain't no way when you see a whole culture of black folks coming together building something, which what we said last time was the first
Black Wall Street.
The first Black Wall Street. Why would they say if they use their imagination to this point, they could do great things, many things. Let me go break that up. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
Come on now. So
you said
now
the right
when you go
word,
back to what you said religios and all this other stuff you just saying, when you said that was slavery, it kind of bring you back to that. That routine that they was doing was something that they weren't used to seeing. We got to break this up.
Okay.
We got to break this up.
Okay.
Bro, I found out he told us the pieces, though. He also told us the pieces we need to come together. If you look at 1 Corinthians 12, 1 through 12, he tells us the pieces we need to build at the same time.
Now watch this. Now watch this. This is how you knew they was tapped into the frequency and the culture.
Okay.
Because now what he said is we got the pieces. The reason we got the pieces is because we were scattered. He brought us to, you see what I'm saying? But it wasn't God that brings us together, because we just said that if anything puts a religion on you and puts you in slavery, that's not God. That's your oppressor. That's your oppressor.
Now watch this.
You see what I'm saying? That's your oppressor.
Hey.
Now, who are you tapping in with then? I'm tapping in with you. You tapping in with me. We tapping in with our ancestors. Because you God, I'm God, and our ancestors God, which an energy cannot be created nor destroyed.
Exactly.
Right? So their energy you can tap in with.
Okay, now watch.
And one more thing, my bad. One more thing. God told them that was bad. The God of the Bible told them that was a bad thing. What would he do? He split up the people. Solomon, Northern Kingdom, Inky. That's right.
Wait, hold on. Let Brian say something. I want to hear Brian real quick.
Okay, now let's tie this back in, Mike, because you said remember you say they were scattered, right? So let's go to the New Testament, right? When it says the wise men knew how to find Jesus because they watched the stars.
Come on now.
So therefore, they didn't have Telegram. I couldn't pick up my phone and say, let me call Mike and tell him to meet me over here. No, I got to find the signs and the wonders of the world to allow me to be aligned up to the will of God. You know what I'm saying? Now let's confirm that the Babel Tower again. So let's go to Acts. When he took them all to Acts, and they all came together from different traditions, different tribes, different religions. When they came and tapped into God, they say, "Man, I understand what you're doing because we tapped into the same God.
We tapped into each other."
Exactly.
You
it said we come together on one accord. One accord. So that means if we on one accord, we had the
he is in
same
the presence.
Yeah,
He said, well, two or more, he in the presence. So that's that he that is in the presence is frequency, nigga.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's frequency.
But this is what it is even more so, because frequency, code, and spirit is the same thing.
That's
right.
Okay. So if it's frequency, it's a spirit. If it's a spirit, it's a code. If it's a code, it's a spirit. It's your ancestors, because they cannot be created nor destroyed. But God told you to program
DNA opening up, bro. That's DNA opening up. It's like your mind is like a computer, bro, and you got a chip in there, or let's say a USB drive. Now that USB drive is plugged in, it's gonna open up something that that's anciently we supposed to have been opening up to a long time ago. That's tapping 100%. Into the third eye right there, bro.
Hey,
right.
It is. Hold up. Let me read the comments. So they can be involved too. We got knowledge. He say, what's up, Mickey Adams? Thank you for watching as well.
Mickey, my God.
James says the spirit should be active all the time. God is active all the time.
Yes.
Until it returns home to the Father. Standing on the square and seeing the light through the eye of the needle.
Man, come on now, James. I like that, James. I like where you're going with it.
But now going back in too, remember everything starts from that inside before it becomes out. So now we have to talk about the I am. You know, until you realize you are. Right. And if you can't start nothing inside you, nothing's gonna come out either.
Right.
You know what that is? This is what it is, right? This is what it is. It's the law of polarity.
Yeah.
There's black and then there's white. All the colors come from black.
Every color comes from black. Every color.
White is absent of color. See what I'm saying? So it's black and white. You have the sun that rises in the east and sets in the west, right? It's black and white. You have a dark season and you got a light season. A light season is when the sun is up mostly through half the year, and the dark season is when it's dark for half the year. You see what I'm saying? That's right. Harvesting and things of that nature, right? So you got those. So now you got, see, that's how you know that they got us so brainwashed that we think 1 + 1 is 2. And and they put us on a 1 + 1 is 2 system. But when you're tapped into the cosmos, you know that 1 + 1 is 3. See, because you have 2 stars that collide, right? And then it becomes 1 star with a moon, an orbit. That's right. You see what I'm saying? Some type of orbit. So it becomes more than 1. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And they tell you 1 × 1 = 1. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about it goes deep. The program.
So that orbit, right? Let's take that orbit out. That's the motion. That's the frequency. That's the
right. But that same orbit is in you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. That same orbit is in you, like your cell.
Hey,
do that same exact thing.
Let's go back.
Your life energy.
Let Brian say something.
Now let's go back to what it says in the beginning. It said there was dark, and he said, "Let there be light." When you understand the authority you have with the words that come out of your mouth, bro, it's not what goes in a man that defiles a man. It's only what comes out of him. Right. You know, have you ever wondered why I used to say, man, I don't want to be nothing like my dad, only to see that I was just like him. Why? Because I was on the same system, the same path. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We have the same DNA, the same frequency. It's when you began to make the right proper choices for you. That's why when I say I am king, I stand on that with authority. I stand on that with confidence of who I am, not what nobody else make me, because I care less what anybody else thinks.
Right.
I stand on that because I know who I am. I done been through the same struggles that I'm reading about, that I'm hearing, that I'm seeing. And it's seen when you begin to make better decisions and change your mindset, then you're able to see that I can heal from the trauma. I'm no longer captive to these things. Kanye West made a statement. Kanye West said slavery is optional. Everybody ate him up. I'm talking about the world didn't like that. But if you understand what he was talking about, it's true. Because if, let's say I go get on this government assistance, I go get these loans, I go to prison, I become control. I go. That's modern day slavery. You know what I'm saying? Because you're controlled, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, because you're controlled by the things that's around you. It's when you begin, what Mike and them doing, they're building their own starting from us. Let's come together and make something. Let's not rely on them. We can do it ourselves because we have the same capability. It started with us. It started with Solomon and all. It started with us. So
that's right.
Can I say
That's
something?
right.
Can I say something to that, Brian? Because that what you said was so real, bro. Especially about the slavery, man. That was so deep, bro. Because I always say this, bro. We lie to ourselves a lot through the slave mentality. And what I mean by that is for a long time, you'll see a black man or a black woman, or you know, we always saying, oh, I love my kids. I love my wife. I love my family. We say all this, right? But if we love our family, we love our kids, if we love ourselves so much, why do we put ourselves in a position for these people to continue to enslave us? If I know that I can go out and I can, man, I need money to get diapers and I rob this bank and I know either I'm gonna come out that bank, they're gonna shoot me and kill me. Then ain't nobody gonna be there to raise my kids. Or they put me in prison and enslave me. How do I love my family if I put myself in that position in the first place?
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? So we have to be able to overcome that part about it. You know what I'm saying? When you, like you said, the slavery part, it's a choice. So what we choosing in our decisions we making right now is the seeds we planting for our kids later. Right. Go ahead, Brian. What you saying? Or what y'all saying?
Go ahead, man.
I'm gonna go to the comments again. James says we must stop lying to ourselves and stop allowing anyone to lie to us. Lean not on our own understanding, but truly understanding what is going on with you can see is real. Being comfortable without having too much. What's up, Israel?
Israel Vera, what's up?
Can I tap in on that right quick? What James said?
Go ahead.
He is 100% absolutely right, in my opinion. Right?
What you said, Corey, after.
Right. He is 100% absolutely right. And this is the reason why. We just said that the system that is in place is not created to benefit us if we're not even conscious that it's a hindrance to us.
There we go.
Right?
There we go.
Right? Okay. So with that being said, you said, what's the difficulty with our people? Well, part of that system was religion.
Yeah.
See? Yeah. So what did the religion do? It gave you exactly what Corey said. It gave you a slave mindset because they understand how programs work. Remember, they're consciously doing it to you and us. That's correct. We're unconsciously doing it to ourselves.
Right.
So now it takes someone to a group of guys, a group of people, a group of families, right, to come together on that same accord and start building each other, because that's what the city is. It's each other. But what religion does is it divides us from one another. That's correct.
There you go.
And then they call, and watch this, and that's what they call the devil. See, a devil is a Greek word, a dev and an anvil, and you stick it in a rock, a brick, in the crack of it, and you hit it, and it'll separate the brick. That's a devil, right? But religion is the devil.
Hey,
right?
So, Brian, maybe you can help me with this too. And Corey, kind of going back to what you're saying. I think it's only a select amount of us here at one time. And I want to say it's in Corinthians or Romans, where you talk about the 7,000.
Right.
You know, the 7,000 I'm putting it in my words. It says his spirit is going to be in 7,000 of us here.
Divine.
Right.
Yeah. And the job is for us 7,000 to connect.
Right.
You mean 144,000?
Well,
yeah, that's what I think he's talking about. 144,000.
I think he's talking about that too. Okay. But we're on the same page.
Yeah, I understand.
I talking about. That's why. As an example. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't.
I'm not sure. Again, I'm the baby on it.
Yeah, you good. Go ahead. We know what you're talking about.
But
yeah,
I'm
we the
thinking because it's only such a number, right?
Right.
maybe that's the thing. It's not for everybody. It's for us with the number, with the
Right.
glow.
Right. Because
I
it's a
watched. Have y'all
frequency.
watched the Book of Clarence?
No, but I'm gonna
Nah,
go
man.
watch it very
I
soon
need to
though.
check it out, but I
So
haven't watched it.
so
I'm gonna go watch it soon though. Maybe
Okay.
tonight.
yeah.
Okay, I
So
watched it.
so when it starts,
Oh no,
it's him
no,
on
well, don't tell us,
Yeah,
please.
don't tell me to move.
no.
I ain't gonna watch it.
This is on the
He trying to
thing.
spoil the whole thing,
This
bro.
I know,
We'll
right?
talk
Don't
about it
Right.
next
spoil it, bro. I
Wednesday.
don't even want to
We'll
know.
talk about it
Because
next
then we
Wednesday.
ain't going to catch it for our own
Yeah, I don't
conscience.
need
We
you to
got to
tell
catch
me
it
what
for
it
our own
means.
conscience,
Okay.
bro.
We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah,
When
next
everybody need
Wednesday.
to go
Yeah,
watch it. That's
All right.
homework.
yeah,
Now
for real.
look, I'll send y'all a link too. I'll send
Hey,
y'all a
but
link.
Send me a link.
Okay,
hey, no,
yeah.
but hold on though, because Vantonio, what you're saying is relevant. It needs to be said, right? Okay, the word of God also says those who understand who's it meant for it to understand, they're gonna understand it, right? It's not meant for everybody to understand because everybody ain't gonna take the time out to try to understand because they're so caught on what Big Mama and them said, what my grandma said, what I seen every week in church, that they're caught in a religion. They're, it's in, I just was reading this morning or yesterday morning, John 3, when Nicodemus, who was a Pharisee, he went to Jesus by night. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't want to get seen by the masses going to the teacher because he already understood. He said, teacher. That's how he approached him. You know what I'm saying? So the spirit that lies in them still lies within us. You just have to be aware of. You have to be conscious enough to know, man, this ain't coming from me. And not be scared because when some knowledge, one thing about knowledge, it can draw you to or it can push you away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And those that choose to draw near is those that God has placed something specifically, because it said we are all born in his image. You know, it also says many are called, but few are chosen. I mean, but few choose, because few choose to walk that path. It's not, Mike, I'm gonna ask Mike this. Hey, Mike, you remember before this life, right? You remember that you didn't even give it it was by any means necessary, right? I'm gonna get to what I need to get by any means necessary. Going back to Corey, what earlier he said, you have to start making better decisions. If I know that, when I got out of prison, y'all, I got to get out in 2017, right? I got out and could have went back to the same thing. It kind of reminded me of that Denzel Washington on American Gangster. When he got out, he said, I could get on that phone and get it started all over again. You know what I'm saying? Because the what led up to that, right? But it took me making a conscious decision that, man, I don't care what I got to do. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not putting myself in bondage no more, because there's nothing about that I like, to the point, bro. I was even donating plasma to pay my rent so that I would not have to sell dope, because people don't understand when you truly a felon, cuz I ain't talking about these misdemeanor state jails or none of that. When you truly a felon, it is almost impossible without God. See, when you get God, now doors open that I don't even know how it opened to me. But before then, man, I had to, and I used to always say, man, I ain't doing none of that. And I'd be seeing posts, people like, man, I'm not doing that. Well, I don't know about you or me, but I'm gonna provide for my family by any means necessary, no matter what comes with it. And I'm not gonna rely on the things that cause me to go to bondage.
There you go.
What I'm saying, that's
Because
the decision.
that frequency, not to cut you off, but that frequency that you putting off, you got to remember, like, the energy that you carry and you walk around with is the same energy that you carry and walk around with that's going to affect your family. So now when you lead, when God put a man in a position, when he bless you with a wife, first of all, when God bless you with a wife,
for real.
Check this out. When he bless you with a wife, Brian, when he bless you with a wife, Vantonio, is because God, in his heart, he knows that you can lead. He feels like you're worthy of that leadership. So if you're going to lead, bro, anything you do from that point, bro, is going to affect your kids and your family too. So I love you like I say I do. I'm tapped in like I say I'm with my family. Then I got to get out of the slave mentality and stop saying, I'm just going to get out of here. I'm just going to find a different way to sell dope, a better way. Okay, you might last a little longer than you did last time, but you going back.
Still the same outcome. Hey, bro, I love that about you, right? That's how I know we all tapped in, right? Because yesterday I gave a message on my moment with a king, and God took me back to Proverbs 18:22, right? I was married before, but then I went to prison, so that marriage didn't, you know what I'm saying? So God allowed me to find someone that completes me. Totally opposite, but completes me, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because God
Right.
say, God says in John, he say, man, I'm gonna send you a helper. I'm gonna send you that. If you focus on me, I don't go, I don't go looking for no woman, cuz I don't go looking. Hey, send Michael a request. I don't go. I don't go looking, but God brought her to me. We crossed paths in some way because God say, I go to prepare a place for you. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is walk straight aboard, and that don't mean you're not gonna fall, because it says a righteous man falleth 7 times. A righteous man, and the only thing make you righteous is your love for God, bro. In the word of God, man, it says, on your best day, you're filthy as minister rags, because that's what me going through today, not cursing, not doing anything that think takes me away from God. When you have that understanding of what that means, you will get out that slavery mentality.
Right. That's real, bro. I feel that. I like that, man. I like you tapped in like that, Brian. That's real, bro.
Like, for real, bro, because it's like, damn, you know what? Nothing can cause me, hey, bro, nothing caused my happiness but me. Because I choose what to give in. You know, Romans 12:1, it says, bring every thought into subjection. When you begin to bring your thoughts into subjection, you know, I ain't even finna feed into this. That don't mean me and my girl don't argue. I don't even feed into it, bro. Because I'm already aware of what you do. I'm not finna give into that. And guess what?
But the devil, man, that's what he do, though.
Yeah, for real.
He always try to find a way to slick his way in to try to break something up, bro. But you gotta be when you conscious of what God is and who He is in you, then you know what to be aware and what to look out for, bro. You check yourself, even if you get to the point where you be like, damn, I just snapped right then. Let me fix this. Then your accountability come in. You say, you know what, I was wrong. I shouldn't have did that.
Hey, but
versus back in the day, you could do so much wrong, it wouldn't even bother you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you so tapped in now. But that's why, man, these type of conversations are important, man.
For
that's
real.
why they're so important, bro. For real. Because we got to know this.
Hey, let me read something real quick.
Okay.
Go ahead. Hey, we won't let Mike come in. Come on.
It's saying he's adding. It's saying adding, like we waiting on him to come up. Like he accepted the request. We waiting for him to come up.
Anointed IP.
Oh, that's my other page, bro. Anointed IP.
Anointed IP.
Hey, okay, I'm gonna ask you, since you put that on there, I want a question for you. It says, say anointing. Do you understand truly what that means? Like, I'm not saying nobody telling you're anointed. I'm fuck what people say, because God is the only one that can anoint. You know what I'm saying? We're in a society that you can go to school and now you are a fucking preacher or a bishop.
Boom. So
anointed.
So let me answer that with what I was gonna read.
Okay.
Anyway.
Come on with it.
So I'm coming out of 1 Corinthians 12, 7. I'm gonna read 7 through 11.
Okay.
All right, hold on, Mike. I'm sending a request. Boom. All right.
Corinthians 12, 7 through 11.
Yeah. It says, now that each one of us manifestations of the Spirit is given for the common good. To one there is given through the Spirit a message of wisdom, another a message of knowledge by means of the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another gifts of healing by that one Spirit, to another miraculous powers, and to another prophecy, to another distinguishing between spirits, to another speaking in different kinds of tongues, and to another the interpretations of tongues. All these are the works of one and the same Spirit, and He distributes them to each one, just as He determines. Just as a body through one has many parts, but all its many parts form one body. So it is with Christ.
Oh, so you know what? Like when I'm listening to that, bro, I'm thinking to myself like how we've been talking about how we one together, we connected. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this. There he is. What's up, Mike? I feel like this, man. Like this, how we said with the frequency, and we on one page and one pattern. Going back to the Tower of Babel, how they was one page on one pattern. They language changed because they frequency changed. When they frequency was split up and they frequency changed, they couldn't understand each other. Just like if we go right now, we talk about like all the people like we think about in Chicago, Memphis, everywhere, even here, you know, where we at in Texas, all this shit going on, people killing each other, niggas in the street killing each other every day. These niggas' frequency ain't on the same page. It changed. So and that goes back to what you said, being one body. If one body with different parts. Right now, we one body in frequency, but we different parts right here talking right now. If everybody can get on that page, then things will line back up the way it's supposed to, and people will see past this mask that they got over their face, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The only way that's gonna ever happen is for you to take on ownership that you and your people are God. God is not outside of you. God is inside of you. God is the one looking at himself in the mirror when you go and do that, because you're looking at your past and you're looking at your future. You're looking at the ancestors. You see what I'm saying? Because you come from the stars. I like how Brian brought that out. The wise man knew because of the stars.
Yeah.
Right? So because Earth is a star. Because
that was
Earth,
deep though.
Watch this. Because Earth is a star.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's stardust that you were created out of. But religion tells you don't look to the stars. They call that witchcraft or astrology or other things like that. That's spirituality. That's connecting with who you are and who your people are. I am my people and my people are me. Based on DNA, I am my ancestors and my ancestors are me. So instead of calling out to God who gave me religion, which in other words was slavery, and I can look in real time and see my ancestors in slavery, no wonder they're waking up our consciousness and telling us to get away from that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's God right there. That's wisdom right there. That's your people right there. And again, this comes from somebody that studied both the old and the new. There was always slavery for the chosen people, even supposedly into this day. And there was always a transgression or a sin for tapping in with your ancestors.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you this, because I had this something that came to me, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I think I mentioned it on Tapped In one time, how when you praying, right? If you are one with God and God is one with you, so when you praying, like when you get on your knees, you praying to the higher power, it's like in a way, like you powering up yourself and you praying to the God in you. You feel what I'm saying? That prayer is really going to the God within yourself. You know what I mean? It's I guess it's powering. I'm gonna say it's powering up that God within yourself, and the powering up that God within yourself is what's gonna connect to the protection of yourself, of God. God, lay hands on me today, protect me, keep me safe. Oh, it's gonna all be correlated to the energy that you brought into that by that prayer that you prayed within. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. If that makes sense.
B, you on mute. You on mute.
Yeah, he's on.
Come off mute, Brian, because I want to hear what he's saying. But I don't know. I hope that makes sense. That makes sense to what I'm trying to say.
Excuse me. It made 100% sense.
Yeah. Then when you say something about looking to, you say you look into the stars. I was like, when you say something about the stars, it's like all them different stars out there, bro, that we see at nighttime, bro. That's all the connection with the ancestors right there. Them just
exactly. And when the stars come together and collide, it creates a earth, it creates a sun who is like a life giver, right? And then it creates the moon. The sun is like the source, right? So now you have a man, a woman, and a child. You see, because the man is the earth,
the woman is the
the
moon,
man
and
is the
stars.
earth,
Yeah.
the woman is the moon, because she got 29.5 days on a cycle, just like a woman does.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? 29.5 days, you're gonna get a full moon. Guess what? It's similar to women's menstrual cycle. Plus, the moon controls the Earth's water, right?
Yeah.
So just like that woman can get you kind of moving, right?
Yeah.
Then you get that energy, and then you put it in motion, right? And now you got what? Now you got what? 3. You got Earth, a moon, and a sun.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna continue the energy. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brian. He was gonna say something. Go ahead, Brian.
Tying it back to what Mike had pointed out, right? You know why, Mike, that we can't get, why people don't get to that state where we can come together as one and understand, is because competition, for one. We're programmed to be against one another. You light skin, I don't like you, so I don't deal like. Are you a blood? I don't like you. Are you this? I don't like you. It's a system, right? That's the first part, that system part. Then we go to astrology. Why do they tell us 666 is evil? Where do you,
Come on now.
because that's only protons, neutrons, electrons. That's what makes up the human molecules. That's
tap it in
now.
now.
So
tap it in now.
Therefore, if that's evil, what are they trying to keep the veils over my eyes for? Because once the veils is removed, then I can see God. Damn, hold on. If I am God, if I am king of my kingdom, then it's nothing in the world that could come up against me connected with one of my brothers.
That's correct. Right. That's Nimrod. That's Nimrod.
And that's what the problem is. That's what they don't want. That's why hey, listen, right now, just look at the structure of this screen, right? Look at the structure of the screen. I'm finna break something down to y'all on some real shit. Look at this. We got the bottom 2 pillars, me and Mike, right? Then you got Vantonio, you got Brian at the top. That shit is a tower, nigga. Don't you know they want to break that shit? They don't want to talk about this. This a tower right
100%.
Now
here's
a tower,
where
nigga.
Right here, and now here's where I had to get as controversial as possible for it to become understood on any level, right? Because the God that we call good is what you just explained,
right?
As far as biblically,
right?
The God that you call, that we've been told to say God is good, and all the time,
because all the time,
you know what I'm saying? God is good, right?
What's good?
Right.
Who really wants good? Like, even today, we know good is okay. Good is average. I don't know.
But we walk around condemned and being afraid to be ourselves and tapping into who we are, because that might step outside of those religious lines. So now I'm moving in unhealthy fear. I'm moving in unhealthy consciousness. I'm moving in, you know what I'm saying, fear mongering. You see, now I'm afraid God is gonna. Now I'm afraid God is gonna beat me, right or wrong, because if He did that to His own Son for doing nothing,
right?
What would He do to me? You see what I'm saying? So now that's a program in my mind, and now I can color within their line. You see what I mean? And they can keep controlling me, because they know if you become spiritual, you build the tower. And the tower is to be divided.
Who were the people?
There you go, Mike. Like that.
And who were those people?
Say what?
Who were the people that built the Tower of Babel? Were they from like Cain, Abel?
They was from Noah. Remember,
that's
God
Noah.
put Noah on a ship.
Yeah,
that's
He put
Noah
him on a ship.
Noah had many people though.
He had Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Ham had
which
Cush.
line of them?
That's what it was.
It's still the lineage of. It's just the lineage of Noah.
Lineage of Noah. See, we've been taught again. We go back to the program, because I did too. We've been taught that they're divided. We've been taught that Ham, Shem, and Japheth are divided, right? They'll teach you that Japheth is the white man. They'll teach you that the Gentile, et cetera, right? They all came from a black man. Black man can't give. Black women can't give birth to white people.
So did Noah have 3 sons?
Yes.
So like, if I'm Noah, I'm looking at you, Brian, Corey, and Mike. Did y'all build the Tower of Babel, or was it from Mike's line?
No, it was from Ham's line. Ham had Cush. Cush started to build Cush, which means black, right? Started to build That's right. Started to build civilization, and then I believe Cush either had Nimrod or Nimrod was his grandson.
He's the grandson, but it's like this. Let's take all that out, right? Not take it out, but let's add this one little simple key: lineage. I don't give a damn if my son have a child. It's still of my lineage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No matter how
the bloodline's still the same, bro.
But what I'm saying is, like, isn't one of the bloodlines cursed?
No.
Hey man, get out there. Hey, look.
I'm trying to
remember, watch this. Look, I'll tell you, because I studied it.
Who are the people that build Babel? That's what
the people that build Babel was Nimrod, who came from Ham, and yes, he called him cursed. Right. But he also called you cursed too.
And he
right
also
or wrong.
He'll call you cursed and blessed at the same
time. What's up, Thomas?
Right. Because we're talking about your oppressor.
Hey,
right.
I'm gonna ask you this.
Say what?
That's from Nimrod's line.
No, you got Nimrod's line, got cursed supposedly, and
they built the actual tower.
Correct. They came together and built the tower, but even though it was his line, they was together still.
Your family can never stop being your family. I don't care if y'all deal with it.
They was just divided. They was divided. One went to this piece of land, one went to this piece of land, one went to this piece of land. When they started coming together, led by Nimrod.
That's when they started seeing.
See what I'm saying? That's when they started getting the COINTELPRO.
No.
That's when they started getting the Black Judah. That's when they started getting the undercover.
Man.
To do what? To confuse their language. You see what I'm saying? To divide them and then make them fight against each other. That's the only way that you can bring down the tower. Now, who is that in today's life?
Hey,
all of them.
I'm saying, who is the one that's your oppressor? Does your oppressor sound like that today?
Yeah.
Does he infiltrate, quote unquote, politically organized associations? Right? Will he infiltrate them? That's exactly right. So, and he will get everybody off the same page, right? And then that organization's gonna fall, right? That tower's gonna fall, right? That sounds like the oppressor. That sounds like the same person that we call God and say is good.
So break down the Inky thing, because Inky had a brother too. I think Inky was the bad brother, and he had a brother that was positive. It was Inky and what's the name? Can you break down that a little bit?
So Inky is Sumerian, right? It goes to the Sumerian tablets. The Samaria is the first civilization we built after the flood, because before that it was Atlantis. That's why the highest concentration for black melanin energy is in Atlanta. And that's why the only place you can find gopher wood in the earth, that's it right there, Thomas Moore. Yeah, he tapped in. So look, so the only place that you can find gopher wood, which was spoke of in the Bible that built the ark, is in one place, and that's Florida. Florida is next door to Atlanta. So the earth, they gave us a map like this. The map is really like this.
They just switched it around.
They switched it around, right? So east is west,
Atlantis and Atlanta. So all this, like a lot of these places they say is over there, is over here.
That's correct. Right. A lot of the places they say is over here, is over there, is over here. You see what I mean? What they doing over there is colonizing to make it look like over here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what they're doing more of. That's why that nation of Israel, it operates just like the United States. You see what I'm saying? Because they're taking the culture and bringing it over there, right? But the thing is that America was, when the people came over here, like the pilgrims and things of that nature, they started to take on our philosophy of life. That's why they started writing things like the Constitution and things of that nature before all the amendments, before that's right, before the 3/5 amendment and all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? They got that philosophy from us.
Let me ask you something, because I want to get into that, because in my book, Don't Think Like Me, Just Think, I talked about some about that, and I broke down some in there, and I talked about how what I did, because with them, what you got to understand about this system here, everything they say, what's good is evil, what's evil is good, or it's vice versa. It's reverse psychology, pretty much. So they say you 3/5 of a man, right? Now, who has the least amount of melanin, right? Them, right? Right? Now we gonna get deep. They have the least amount of melanin when you think about it. If they have the least amount of melanin, why would we be 3/5 of 100% of what God chose as his people? Why would we be 3/5 of the chosen people? If we is the chosen people that God chose, that our ancestors chose, then we will be 100% of what we are. They 3/5 because they only have this much melanin. See what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
3/5 is that all was that was all like it was a way to trick us. You know what I'm saying? It was a way to trick us. You feel me? He said Mike said he had to send a different request. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I wrote it like that, because I wanted people to think from a different standpoint. And like I said, my opinion and how I feel and how it came to me, even if a person be like, nah, that's not right, I still made you think.
See, check this out.
You think.
Check this out, because you're so right on point. That just means that like your understanding is elevating because it's coming to you, and you're starting to see where it came to you. You see what I mean? As far as in the past, because that's a specific type of energy that we should be tapping into, because then it helps us on our journey. Right. Now, what you were saying is that basically, so when you look at the left side of America, it was called California. California is a god. It was a black woman that was a god. She was a queen. The reason they called her a queen is because it was representative of this woman is a god. This is the representation of God. You see what I'm saying? On the right side of the United States, they have in Atlanta, right?
Okay.
They have, which has the highest concentration of melanin, right?
Okay.
Because that's
everything
what melanin is.
On.
Melanin, that's right. Melanin comes from the triple blackness of space, and then life coming from the triple blackness of space, right? So, and then everything becomes like
it's all connected
on the
with
same
carbon
frequency. That's right.
Our melanin and our carbon is one.
That's why you can process trauma and process negative energy in such a way to make it positive. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what melanin does. It converts light right into energy.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you are even more, that's what I'm saying. The dark, if you get what I said, the darkness is prevalent, is priority over the light, because the darkness can convert the light into energy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. If it wasn't for darkness, it wouldn't be no light.
That's correct, because you can scatter away the darkness with light, but it's still dark matter there, which means that you can't do nothing with the darkness. In the beginning, the first day, it said in the evening and the morning was the first day. That's our ancestors telling us that the darkness comes before the light. You see what I'm saying? But we've been taught through religion, right? I'm not even saying any type of religion, but through religion, that was the first day. How can something eternal that has no time have a first day? How can it have it in the beginning? How can it have in the end? You see what I'm saying? It don't. That's why in the Hebrew culture, eternal don't mean time. Eternal means unknown.
Right.
Triple blackness of space.
Right.
And then life coming forth. That's what the quote unquote black woman would represent to us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But when you have oppression, that's when everything turns into man worship. God is a man. The Holy Spirit is a man. There is no woman that is God. You know what I'm saying? Like our prophets are men. Our, women come second type of thing, right?
Right.
That's religion does that.
What happened to Brian, man? He burned off, man. Right. But That's deep, man. I like how you broke that down though. I like how you broke, but that's what I think. Like I said, just being kind. What's up with it, James? He said I'm back. Glad you're back, man. But man, I think that's what it is, man. I think that's where the crown consciousness come from, man. Because like you have to. The only way that you will be crown conscious is your mind got to be open to get that consciousness that's coming from our ancestors or coming from a direct energy. You know what I'm saying? Like we not going. Basically, we got to crown ourselves, bro. It's not their job to open us up and teach us. We got to come together and help each other, and then we got to still have our time to ourselves to where we enlightening ourselves as well, bro. That's just what that's what it boils
100%.
down to. Because they not gonna tell us. They definitely not gonna give us the game, bro.
And
that's why
I'm gonna tap into after Van.
That's why I also read that verse, because they're spirits of the same faith. So we have to be able to even identify our strong points, the other strong points we need to make a full movement.
Yeah.
It has to be, all of us together, like you said,
Right.
the same spirit, whether it's knowledge, whether it's the spirit of healing, speaking in
Right.
tongues. We have to learn how to collab all that together to move as one.
Right. That's real.
So check this out. So this is something that I'm starting to learn and understand as well. So they call us the temple. We're the temple. We are the body, right? So we are the light in the darkness, right? That's something. They gave us an outward picture of that by putting a menorah in the temple. A menorah has 7 lights. They put it all the way in the holiest place, which means that it's the darkest place.
Right.
And it would light it up, right? The most holy place, the God above all God's place, right? So boom. Now you understand that you have something called chakras. Right. You got a root chakra, a sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye, and a crown. So, but from what I'm understanding is you got to deal with the root of something. You see? So that's your ancestors right there, because your ancestors are the roots. You are the tree. Your children are the fruit. You see what I'm saying? So you got to deal with who you are epigenetically. What I mean by that is you convert your trauma into willpower. That's right.
Because Kundalini.
Yeah, let me ask you.
That's right. That's right. That's melanin.
Let me get this right here. So your chakra.
You get that glow.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's the aura. That's the melanin.
It's there. So let me say this now. Your chakras, because I was talking to shouts out to Dr. Tony Nora, man. Shouts out to him, man. He got some good medicine and stuff out there. He got some good tablets. He got some stuff going on. He got a documentary coming out. Shout out to Dr. Tony Nora. You know what I'm saying? But he was talking, we had him on the podcast one time, and he was talking about how your chakras is in connection with your lymphatic system.
Man.
Your lymphatic system and your chakras is both all in one. Wow. Because we got everything, all them different colors, all them different things building up in your body.
Snap. Yeah.
That shit connected. Your lymphatic system is your chakras. So that's why you feel something in your gut. Oh, something ain't right. Do you get that? You know what I'm saying? That's that's one of them chakras activating. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it all connected, bro. It's all connected,
but we don't consciously pay attention to it because they told us that was evil. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Right or wrong? Who thought that was evil? Who told us that was evil? Somebody did, because we stayed away from it. What Thomas said.
When Thomas say, you ever got your heart broke and felt it in your chest? Ever got a frog in your throat? Being nervous, or ever felt worried and sick to the stomach? Those are your chakras. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly.
That's so real, bro. That's so real. That's real. And the way that Tony Nora broke that down to us, bro, I was like, bro, that's deep, bro. And then if you think about it, all your chakras have colors, right? Different colors.
Right.
Look at the lymphatic system of the different colors of the parts inside your body.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And it's working its way up like this. And then you're gonna go to, like you said, the chakra, the main chakra up through your crown.
Yeah,
You feel me? Everything got colors, bro. It's color
even
coordinated.
those chakras harvest energy. Those same colors harvest energy and frequencies. You know, so
But it comes from the triple blackness, right?
Yup.
But when we talk about alkaline, you know, when we talk about alkaline and the energy, that's the energy in the foods.
Right.
So
Right.
in alkaline foods that have, I call it God,
High water
source.
content.
Yeah.
High water
That's gonna
content. H3O2.
that's gonna tap into that's gonna like charge you up. It's like adding
Said
high
yoga.
extra
Because you're
charge to
electric.
your energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're electric. You're electric like the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why you can go, because that mug is spinning fast.
I
Guess
see
what?
that, Thomas, more about the yoga
It's
part
spinning
and
so
about I
fast
see
that
that,
it looks
Thomas.
like it's spinning so fast, it's like a wheel. You ever seen a wheel spin so fast and it look like it's sitting still? It's
That's what
spinning so fast. That's what the earth is doing. Spinning so fast, it looks like it's sitting still. Guess what? You are too.
Yep.
You are spinning and vibrating at such a high rate.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That you are moving too.
That
Everything
penile gland,
that's right.
that penile gland is spin like a top, bro.
That's
It's
right.
spin like
Nothing
a
is
top.
created
That's
nor
why it's producing
destroyed.
all the melanin like that.
That's how they
100%.
design wheels. When you look on
Yeah.
the highway at a car traveling, it's
Yeah.
designed for the wheel to make some type of design, some type of shape where
Sure.
it looks like it's standing still.
Right.
Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a solid object from the
Right.
motion.
Right.
Right.
Heck,
That's how,
that's
because
where
energy.
videos stem from.
Exactly.
Motion,
Because energy
constant
moving.
motion produces constant energy, bro.
That's correct. 100%. Constant motion, right? Creates constant energy. But also you need time plus space plus mass. All right? So now you're talking about, because that's part of the understanding from a cosmic level, that
Right.
you're in time, but there's really no such thing as time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there's specific appointed times,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like every time that moon is a full moon, or when the eclipse comes, or when there's a winter solstice or a summer solstice, right? That time will show us in matter how to deal with space.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Space is like the simulation. It's like the game. It's like the cycle of life, so to speak, right? So when I have those,
I'm gonna go somewhere with you.
when I got those elements, see, now that I can move, but I got to be tapped in with the earth.
I'm gonna go somewhere. I'm gonna go somewhere since you just said like time is matter and space, and then you said like assimilation. I'm gonna go somewhere with you. I'm gonna ask y'all something because I went this way on the podcast too, and everything I'm telling y'all is stuff that came to me. This is downloads I got. Now let's just say we're in a matrix, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we're in a matrix type situation, assimilation, right?
Right.
Now, let's say that to be real. Let's say that to be true. If we are in a matrix type simulation situation, that means that if you look at the movie like Avatar, how they were inside this certain place, they blue, they running around, they tall looking, but they on a machine, right? Just like with the regular matrix, but they're getting, okay, let's say that's true, right? Now, if that is a fact, that everywhere where there is energy, there is life, right? Now, let's say me, you, and Vantonio, we playing Madden, right? So on the other side of what we seeing, are they real? Are they alive?
No,
Are
that's
we
you.
controlling their matrix? Think about it. So
right.
Now I'm picking the person that I'm gonna pick. I'm picking the person that I'm gonna pick, right? So I'm putting on I'm getting them the type of helmet I want, the type of shoes, da. We looking at it like we just building this person up to get ready to go play on the field on the Madden game, right? But these two niggas talking to each other, nigga, he picked me, nigga. I'm finna go out here and shine, fool. Wait, oh, this nigga got me my favorite shoes, my favorite cleats. Like they talking to each other like we talking to each other in the game, but we just watching the game and we just playing the game regular. It just look like a regular whatever. But if this is a matrix here, That's a matrix there that we controlling over there. So they real inside that motherfucking sphere that they in, like we is over here. Is that too deep? Is that going over a nigga head? Cause nigga, look, this a download I got, and this some real shit to me.
That's a real download. That's a real download.
But it's going back to the beginning. I
am.
Right. I am what? I am consciousness. It's only one consciousness. And we're talking about the earth here. We come from the earth. That's why we're like trees. We're like walking trees and fruit and water at the same time.
Right.
And dirt at the same time. Well, not dirt. We were told dirt. That's why we forgot it was dust.
Right.
Stardust.
We come from the dust. From the dust you can, the dust you return. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So now, if I'm tapping into the earth's frequency, I become superhuman. Because they told me I was just a human, not knowing I was a star man.
Right.
They made it about color like they do today, not knowing it was about the content of what is in me and what it can be on the outside of me. Right? Because we are the earth. That's why I said I am my people and my people are me. But not only that, my people are my ancestors, right or wrong.
Right.
So my people are my ancestors. That makes it now say I am my ancestors and my ancestors are me.
Right.
That boy got a Marcus Garvey spirit in him.
Will kill. Look, that's what soulful stride means. You know what I'm saying? That's what soulful stride means.
I'm waiting on those with the crown conscious on it. I'm waiting for those on your head with the crown conscious on it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on it.
Sure. We're working on them.
Yeah.
So we that's what it means. Like we gotta not be divided, because even if somebody does have, in my opinion, have a religion that they're 100% dedicated to. Look, I was 100% dedicated to a couple religions, not just one. You know what I'm saying? But did it do me well or did it do me wrong? No, it did me well because I was able to convert that situation. We were able to convert whatever situation to benefit us and be benefit to one another. You know what I'm saying? So I would never down somebody for their religion. I would just down the religion.
Right. Yeah. I feel what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. Yeah. You gotta be open spiritually. Yeah. Man, this is
want to
beautiful,
build,
man.
not divide.
Yeah. That's the whole point. It don't matter your belief. It's about what we can do with what we know. How can we build from this point? How can we build? And that's what shouts out to Tony Johnson, what he be always talking about, bro. Like, it don't matter what you believe. Let's just build from this point. We can agree to disagree, but what are we getting done? Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Man, I'm a deep thought on this one, man. But that's you know what I'm saying? But man, this conversation has been dope, man.
Yeah, for real.
Going back to that verse, bro. These different spirits, like the spirit of tongue. Just like you're saying with the religion. Yeah, we're down to religion, but there is a spirit of tongue. We need you to convert that out of the religion to...
You know what it is? No, I know exactly what the spirit of tongues is. Because you got to understand, at the time, you're dealing with a separated people. You got always these messiahs that are trying to bring the people together because God had separated them for whatever reason. They tell you it's good, but it's obviously not. Right? So now in our original, like in Atlantis, guess how we was communicating? We was communicating. Nah, we knew what the hieroglyphs meant. There wasn't any words. There was only telepathy, right?
Like
mental telepathy. But I have to make a sound though. And what does that sound like? It sounds like a tongue.
Yeah.
Right? You don't even know what I'm talking about, right? That's because we're not on the same vibration. But if I talk to my son like that, the day that he comes out of his mom's womb, right? And I don't give him a language, I just give him a sound, you will connect with them far sooner than you would giving them a language.
That's
because
true.
they will tap in with you telepathically.
Yeah,
So
it's that
that's how
vibration. It's the
that's how
vibration.
we spoke. Remember,
Yeah,
so exactly he confounded their
babies.
language.
It's the same thing with our babies. We know when our kids are babies, we know what the different cries mean.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
talked about that.
thing.
Yeah.
100%. And see, when it talks about tongues, it's going to talk about in the Bible. It's going to talk about like everything has a sound, everything has a frequency, everything has a vibration. And he said that if I blow a horn one way, it's going to mean one thing, but if I blow that same horn another way, it could mean a whole different thing, right? But it's a sound. It's not a word.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying? I didn't have to explain to you through language. I made a sound, and you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in the beginning, we was already tapped in like that.
Yeah. And that's where this whole system is designed to keep us away from. Because once we tap into that, just think about this, bro. When we tap all the way in, bro, a bee can be on a flower, bro, making certain type of buzz, and we gonna know what the fuck that bee is communicating to that flower, bro. It go that deep, bro. Like even the bees and the ants and the flowers and all this shit, the whole land is communicating with each other, bro.
That's
It's a
you.
language, and we are of that land. We the land.
That's right. That's right. That's you. So
Yeah.
that's why there's tribes in like different places around the world where they can control birds. The bird will go show them where the honey is. The bird, they will communicate with the with the birds and have them do patrol for them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like dog whisperers, dog trainers. What do? They don't speak the same language. They just, that dog trainer knows how to get on a specific type of frequency.
What they do look how they be doing with the pigeons.
Program the dog.
Look how they be doing with the pigeons.
Right.
Remember, like on training day, when the dude was on the roof and he was doing like this, and the pigeon was flying a certain way, and when the pigeon was flying a certain way, it was letting all the other people know, here come the laws, here come the police, watch out, this and that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it was just, it ain't, it's the fact that they was able to communicate with these birds, and the birds able to do what they wanted them to do, bro. Like, just like when you go over there, like I think in Africa, one of them countries, bro, like, I don't know if it's Ethiopia, what it is, but they had one of them guys walking around with them, what them wild ass dogs is, man. Them what is they call? They be the hyenas. You seen that? Y'all seen that where they walk around with like how niggas walk around with a dog on the chain, a pit bull. They walk around with hyenas, bro. Y'all seen it, man? Look that up if you ain't seen it. Check it out, bro. These dudes got hyenas under their control, bro. They walking around with them, bro, with hyenas. You seen that, Mike? What's up with it, boy? What's up with you, baby? What's the deal, man?
Real talk.
Hey, that's another one. Hey, that's another one that's on point right there. What's up with it, baby? Yeah. Yes, sir, man. It's good to see you, boy.
Back out on that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm over here. I gotta keep all news.
All right, y'all. We gonna wrap it up.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, man. But y'all check out there about them dudes over there in Africa that got them hyenas under their control, bro. I forgot what they call them. They be going out, they be performing with the hyenas, making money off it's crazy, bro. Check it out, bro.
Now you know why they don't want you to tap in with who you are.
Right. We control everything with our energy, bro.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Because it is you.
Yeah. I am.
That's right.
I am, bro.
So again, you are God. God is I. God is you. Believe in yourself type thing. Like,
right.
Yeah, believe in your frequency.
Right.
Believe in yourself because you carry your future with you and you were created by your ancestors.
Right.
So what you do today is a salvation to your future and a redemption to your past.
Right.
To your ancestors. That's how you redeem your people. That's how you save your people.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? By focusing on your people, by focusing on you, by focusing on your people.
Right. Yes, sir. Dope.
Right.
Dope.
Tell them where they can find the book.
Man, y'all go on Amazon.com and y'all check out the book. Don't Think Like Me, Just Think, man. Y'all go get y'all a copy of that, man. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all stay tapped into the Tapped In podcast, man. Check out some of the shorts. Check out some of the episodes, man. We still finna get ready to bring some more stuff to y'all soon, man. So we appreciate everybody tapping in on this here Wisdom Wednesday. We love when y'all come on Wisdom Wednesday and give us y'all input and everything, man. Thomas Moore, man. Appreciate you coming on here too, man. You know, stay tapped in with us, man. Wisdom Wednesday, every Wednesday, bro.
I grew up with. That's a
Ronald
homie that I
Taylor.
grew up with.
Ronald Taylor, thank you. James Knowledge, thank you. I think her name was Kiki. I saw her tune in. Thank everybody that tuned in.
Everybody, yes.
Man, we would love to add y'all to the platform or continue reading your comments. But how we always end it, hey, prosperity, innovators, check
Yes,
them
sir.
out on a wholesaling tip. But also, man, keep your innovations prosperous, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
on top of that, crown consciousness. Guard
Yes,
what's
sir.
in your mind. Guard who's in your mind.
Yes, sir.
Like we say, I am. You are God. Today's episode probably should have been called Crown Consciousness.
Right.
Keep
Yes,
your
sir.
crown protected. And as I always say, why be average when you can be great on purpose? Peace.
Boom.
Right.
Peace.